Hey, 2025, January. As someone who really doesn't like to conform, with popular culture, permit me to conform this time around. So I'm going to join the bandwagon of those who are going to come at you with these are the things you should do in 2025. Okay, the reason I decided to do this, in fact, I didn't even plan to do it all because I felt, what am I going to say that will be different from what every other person is saying? But then I realized something that is about your delivery, is about how you approach it, right? Somebody might actually be waiting for you to say it in your own words, in your own way, for it to sink in, for them to get the message. Because for me, what made me realize that, was this, because it's something that it's not like that was the first time I was hearing it, but I stumbled on a video. I can't remember whose, because I've gone through several videos, saying the same thing practically. Stumbled on a video, and this person, lady or guy, I can't remember for the life of me, said, be selfish with your fox in 2025. And that struck me. She said several things, or they said several things, but that was the one that struck me, right? And I was like, oh, wow, yes. And I realized that a lot of us are guilty of that. When they say be selfish with your fox, it's about you be very selfish with who you give your care to, who you give your concern to, who you give your attention to, right? What are the things that matter to you? What are the things that worry you? What are the things that disturb you? Whose opinions are you constantly seeking? Whose external validation are you living for, right? Like, do not crowd your brain or your mind with what people are thinking. So be very selfish with it. Treat your attention, treat your time, as though it were gold, as though it were like a coveted currency, because it is a coveted currency. So when I read, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And we have all been guilty of that, and we have seen that play out in our lives, where certain things that we ought to do, certain things that we ought to have, created, we can't. Certain forms of expressions that we needed to have, in order to live out our purpose, in order to make an impact, we haven't been, because we've been worried about what people are thinking or what people are saying. In 2025, I think for me, that is the base, right? The base tip for you. In whatever it is that you're doing, be very selfish with what you give your time and attention to. All right, what should matter to you the most is who you are, what you stand for, what your dreams are, what your goals are, right? What impact you want to leave on this earth. So stop relying on people. Stop thinking about what they are thinking, what they are saying. All those things don't matter in the long run, because at the end of the day, you are the one that has the mandate to live your life. So live it well in 2025. All right? Cheers.